Berlin, Maryland, or as many of us like to say around here, America's coolest small town. Their schedule of events continues to grow each year with community-driven activities, fundraisers, concerts, and competitions.
And while these events are very unique and very exciting, there is so much that goes into them behind the scenes. If you stop and think about it, you got your setup, you got your takedown, you got your cleanup, you got the concessions, and that's not everything.
Oh yeah, it requires a lot of fundraising planning and volunteers. And joining us in Historic Studio D this afternoon to talk all about the action is Executive Director Ryan Nellens with the Berlin Chamber of Commerce. Great to see you in here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, before we get into what's coming up in Berlin, let's look back at 2022. What was the year like for the town?
It was a wild ride. We had a couple of events that got washed out early on, but we've accounted for that this year, so we're ready for them. We had probably the best bathtub races that I ever remember, and I want to thank you guys for that. We had Delmarva Sports Network come out and cover it.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Really good time. We had a killer Oktoberfest. Our Fiddlers Convention was incredible. All around, we had a stellar year.
It was a good year.
Yeah.
It was a good year.
It was a very good year.
Okay, let's start talking about 23. I guess your first thing is the spring celebration?
Yes. It's the Saturday of Easter weekend, and we have got a lot of fun things lined up. We have a few new folks on our board, so we have some fresh ideas and good takes on how we're going to approach things this year. It's going to be a good time. And
another popular one I like, the jazz, blues, and wine and brews. Jazz, blues, wine, and brews.
That's it, you got it. We are about neck deep in planning that one right now. We have a new setup for our stages. You may remember the stages from the Salisbury Folk Festival or any of the events you see in Ocean City. Those great big stages. Well, we're bringing them downtown. So we're going to have the great big professional setup. Nobody hanging out on the back of a trailer anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Are you looking for volunteers?
We are. These events are, as you said, they're kind of hard to pull off if it's just 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a lot of organizations out there, a lot of companies too, that when review time comes around, there's a question of, did you get out and do some support? And that's only one side of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that really want to make Berlin the best it can be, and those folks make the best volunteers.
Oh, okay. On that note, what do you think it is about these events that are such a big hit in Berlin?
We've got music. We have fantastic vendors. We like to have a good time, and I feel like that shows in these events. So we had jazz and blues last year, and it got rained out for the most part.
Yeah.
It's a very sad time.
Right.
But the party moved indoors. We had our headline acts ended up stepping inside the Globe and playing there. And most of the folks that were volunteering with us, a lot of our board of directors, our director at the time, everybody, as soon as we were done, as soon as we wrapped up, they rolled in there with the band and they started partying too. Like, we're here to have a good time, and I feel like that really shows.
Yeah.
That's the way the town is.
All right, remind us once again how folks can get involved with the town of Berlin.
If you visit our website at berlinchamber.org, you can look us up on Facebook or Instagram. Send me an email at berlinmdchamber@gmail.com. I'm not a hard guy to get a hold of.
Get it all figured out.
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you very much. Ryan Nellens, who is the Executive Director. Thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us. Appreciate
Thank you so much for having me.
Good luck with everything.